you know. But the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club is also there, right? And they're having a conference. Okay, yeah, and each one of those groups thinks that I'm part of the other one. Anyway, yeah, but that's the hotel. I'm doing my own thing, and then I'm getting this, you know, you drink coffee. So I get this coffee this morning from this place, never been to the place before, don't know the guy making the coffee, but it's all unfolding quite quickly. You know, and this guy says to me, he goes, it's supposed to be 16 degrees today. And I said, yeah. And then he goes, they could be lying though. What? I said, yeah. And then he goes, there's only one way to find out. And I said, yeah, but even now, I still don't really know what the fuck he meant by that. Only one way to find out, just continue to exist. Keep going, time's just kind of rolling over me, mate. I don't know what's happening for you, but you know, and then obviously the craziest part of it all is, it was 16 degrees. You know, we found out. It was right the whole time. You know, and then and then great time out here in Melbourne, checking it all out today. You know, and I was getting in all the sites, you know, quite quickly. You know, just happened. Like I saw the trams, they were sick. Flinders Street, you know, that's old, that's iconic. Federation Square, all that stuff. The river, that's cool. And then yeah, all the sports stadiums, man. And then actually I was in the Botanical Gardens, where I saw some native plants and native wildlife. Yeah, it was like being on a tea towel. Okay, no worries. Thank you. Right, if you don't get that, right, I'm actually talking about how tea towels will commonly have printed on them specific iconography from a certain area. Okay, so if you don't think it's funny, maybe you should help out a bit more around the house. That's what's happening, you know. And then society, you know, there's crazy shit happening out in society, you know, relentlessly. And this happened to me the other day and it really threw me back. But what happened was I met a guy called Reese, but then I met a bigger guy called Maurice. What the bloody hell's going on there? Everyone, and I'm living it, I'm not writing it. I just want you to know that, okay? That's how it's coming into me. Okay, I haven't touched that, that's wholesale to you guys, alright? I don't want anything for it, you know, just passing it on. And then I don't know if you realise or thought about it, but if you're a chick magnet, alright, and I'm not saying I'm one, but if you are a chick magnet, you're attracting the chicks. You know, the chicks are coming to you. Alright, what's a similar example? Drama magnet, you know, you're bringing in the drama. But a fridge magnet doesn't attract the fridge. The fridge magnet doesn't call the fridge over, it's piss sweet. I don't know who's naming it, but yeah, it's not the right, you know what I mean? If it actually works, you wouldn't be able to buy them at the airport, let me tell you. Too powerful, okay? So what's happening, if anything, the fridge is a fridge magnet. Okay, and that's the terminology we need to be working towards. Clear communication, obviously. And then I'm walking around Melbourne or whatever, and you see graffiti tags and all this sort of stuff all the time. But what I saw, right, I saw a graffiti tag, but it was a sticker of a graffiti tag. Yeah, presumably put there by someone who loves graffiti, but is fucking flat out at the moment. Yeah, mate, I love doing graffiti. That's what it's going to look like. As soon as my annual leave gets approved. I'm going to be out. They're going to let me know on Monday. I'll put the form in. And then I'm outside before. I shouldn't even talk about this, but this guy comes past Saturday night, I guess. But you know what he's got? He's got a weed joint, a marijuana joint. Yeah, the pesto cannoli. Right? He's got a fat pesto cannoli. This guy. Right, but this guy's talking about the joint that he's got, right? And he's like, yeah, this joint, right? He goes, the papers that this joint is rolled with are actually themselves infused with THC, right? Which is the chemical that's in marijuana that gets you high in the first place. Yeah, it's a stuffed crust pizza. They've done it. They've got more in. Well, you guys probably thought it was over. You thought they're not going to get any more THC and pesto cannoli, but I don't know who's doing it, but the technology has arrived. Okay, so all I'm saying is don't go to bed tonight thinking there's not going to be a better tomorrow. Because they're working on it all the time. But yeah, on this side, I don't have a gambling problem. That's pretty sick. I've avoided that as it pillages through society. But I wouldn't be this every run I use a front load washing machine. In terms of which side of the tray, left or right, to put the detergent or powder, who fuck knows what the outcome's going to be. I've got no idea what's happening here, you know, I don't even know what could happen, I don't know what the range of possibilities is. I don't know what I'm risking. You know what I mean? People say to me, do you play the pokies? I say, not really, but every now and then I'll have a slap on the Fisher and Paykel. You know, just to get the clean clothes. Or whatever, and then, and then I play tennis actually, bit of a mad tennis player, not that that mattered, I don't know if anyone plays tennis, but I've got a strong serve. Yeah, my serve is like trying on swimwear without wearing underwear. Yeah, you cannot return it. Okay, that's not coming back to me. You keep that. And then I'm just at home before everyone's, you know, trying to relax, trying to forget about everything, and I'm just at home there and I'm just drinking a bit of cordial. Alright, does anyone here drink cordial?
Yes.
One person, okay, well, they're still fucking selling it, I'll tell you that. Alright, yeah, the response does not match the shelves. Alright, everyone, yeah, so just have a little think about that, because you're not lying to me, you're lying to yourselves. Alright, yeah, because cordial, by the way, great drink if you believe in second chances. Okay, because it's never over with cordial. You can keep adding to the mix forever. Yeah, other drinks, they stop. So anyway,
Yes.
I'm at home, right, and I'm drinking this cordial, and fruit cup is the flavour, all right? But it's more questions than answers. Because I'm thinking, what fruit in which cup? You know, so I'm reading the ingredients on the back of this bottle of cordial, right? And do you know what one of the ingredients was? I couldn't believe it.
Water.
Water. Well, when does reality end to begin? What do you mean you're putting water in it? I'm putting water in it. Okay, how strong does this stuff get? Take me to the source. Okay, I'm ready, I can handle it. Where do you get your cordial from? I already got water. That's why I got the cordial. But
Yes.
anyway, water, great drink, you know, the original. And like, but this is all I'll say at the end about water, right? And you can take this on with you, or whatever, but all water is sparkling if you turn the tap on hard enough. Okay, yeah, save a bit of money when you're out for dinner. Still or sparkling, still please, but fucking give it some. Okay, crank that, soldier boy, okay? I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
if you like the stuff, yeah, follow me on True Social. I'm on that, one of the big two on there, so I'll see you there. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Woo!